Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Vulnerability Time podcast. I am your host and PhD student and author, Josias Abriel, and it is good to be back, ain't it? Alrighty, folks. So, few things before we get the episode started. One, you are loved. Two, if you're subscribed on YouTube, that is beautiful. Stay subscribed on YouTube, but also subscribe on Apple or Spotify or another platform in addition, just because sometimes YouTube skips certain episodes and sometimes it doesn't. And it's really weird. I don't know how to fix that. It's on their end, not my end. So I don't know how to fix that. I reached out to someone. They should be working on it, but I don't want y'all to miss any episodes. It doesn't happen too often, but just in case, subscribe elsewhere. Last and third thing is go ahead and go on Spotify and Apple or YouTube and share the podcast and leave a review. Leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts if you can. It helps the algorithm. And just know that when you folks help the algorithm, you're also helping heal someone's life, save someone's life, encourage someone's life, uplift someone, help someone feel loved, all because you help the algorithm. So thank you folks for doing that. And with that being said, folks, enjoy the episode.
Lighter, you seem different, you seem comfortable. I don't know. I'm like, things must be good right now because I'm like, the energy is a lot better.
Oh, I've
I mean, not that
definitely
it was
been
bad before. It's just light. You're just
right. You could tell a difference. I can
low.
too.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. I definitely been working on my vibrations, listening to high vibrational music, um letting go of relationships that didn't serve me but were secretly trying to sabotage me. Letting
Mhm,
those go, listening to my inner guide, listening to my intuition, and navigating that way. And now I'm seeing literally for the past 10 months, I've been seeing angel numbers every day, whether it's
mhm,
on a clock, on a tattoo, on the ground, on the floor, on an address, on a license plate, and I've been getting these what I call dream visions, um, where I call it a dream vision because it's too significant to be a dream, but it's also like a vision. Like I get it while I'm asleep, but I don't know what to call it because I feel like if I call it a vision or a dream, it doesn't do it justice. But anyways, it tells me the future and then it happens.
that's interesting.
Yeah. So I've just I don't know, I've just been doing what I want.
Doing what you want.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess we could just stick to the topic. I guess we'll just flow, but I
Mm-hmm.
would probably reference the topic then. Um,
Okay.
if you started off, you could talk about the two. I'm going to talk about the two paths to building confidence,
Mm-hmm.
and then we'll
Okay.
just go from there.
Okay. Yes, folks, because before we were discussing what to talk about, and things of that nature. And I'm sure you can tell by the voice, we have Tabari back. And welcome to the season premiere of season 10. So it'll be 10 episodes, 10, 10. Season 11 will be 11 episodes, 11, 11. And season 12 will be 12 episodes, 1, 2, 1, 2. Why?
Hmm.
Because those are the numbers that I've been seeing the most. And I've been seeing 12, 12 literally every single day for the past four weeks. I'm not even joking. I've counted.
That's crazy. Wow.
So Tabari's back, folks.
Yay, I'm
Told
back.
you.
I
Yeah,
am
now you don't have to beat me up anymore.
back.
He's he's back.
Huh.
Yay.
They were beating you up.
Yes, and he'll be on that All-Star season too. The
Yes,
the new one coming up. Fun fact, folks.
yes, I will. So you guys won't have to wait too long.
Right, right. It'll be season 13 or 14, whatever. It'll be in August, September, around that time.
Mhm.
Alrighty. Okay, so Tabari, where are we gonna start off talking?
Well, I think we're gonna start with just. I think I want to go over like my evolution since the last time we talked.
Mm,
Um, I think in I did shave my hair down.
yes, I see.
I
Yes.
had the hair. It was on my book cover since forever. This
Mm-hmm.
hair.
Yes.
Um, and yeah, I think
Which the book information will be in the episode description below,
right,
folks. Because
right.
remember, Tabari
Yes.
had published a book. And Tabari, if you see me look off to the side every now and then, it's because I'm making sure it's still recording.
Okay.
So I'm still listening, I promise.
Hmm.
But yes, you got to resend me that. Well, I have the link. I can just go on your previous episode and get it. It's fine.
Hmm. Hmm.
Okay, continue. So yes,
So,
you got a
basically,
journey.
I have been on a journey. I think I've explored a lot of different philosophies and
Mhm,
religions and kind of ways to live life. I think right now I've been really applying myself a lot to Eastern philosophy. So, specifically Buddhism and Hinduism, specifically, sometimes Taoism as well. It's fun. It's actually coincidental and kind of funny that my I like shaved my hair down too, because it kind of all connected to Buddhist principles about shaving your
mhm,
hair down and stuff like that. We talked about in previous episodes about letting go. That's been a big part. And I think a lot of the simplicity of Buddhism, such as like letting go and meditating and
mhm.
accepting just these basic things. And we've talked about this so much in the past
Right.
episodes that it kind of makes sense that I kind of landed for
Yeah.
now in Buddhism because of those things. So I would say I'm really big on peace right
Mhm,
now. I've kind of, for me personally, I have kind of let go of the need of like using the law of attraction and manifestation.
yeah.
Not not saying anybody else should, but my own personal journey.
Mhm,
I didn't really need to operate that way anymore. I think
mhm,
now I operate in a sense of how can I come to peace and how can I bring other people to peace. So it's been a lot of
mhm,
simplicity in my life, a lot of simplicity. It's been less of like trying to strive super hard for these things or
mhm,
pull a relationship into my life, pull like millions of dollars into my life. I
mhm.
think I have been more centered within what do I want to do today?
Ooh, that word centered.
I've been more
Mm,
centered in like what do I want to do today? How can I achieve some type of peace or reduce suffering today if I can't achieve
mhm,
peace? And that led me, yeah, that's had me cemented into Buddhism at the moment.
yeah.
Um, and, those things have really, like, transpired into how I see the world and I see other people, like, my empathy has grown since the last time we've talked.
Mhm,
It's been a lot of great things, like, I don't know.
yeah.
Um, yeah, yeah, but it makes sense. It makes
Yes. Oh, that is amazing. Yes, because I remember like you definitely you've read so many things,
yes.
right? And you don't just read, you take in. And I saw your book. I saw all that wisdom in there. All that wisdom in there. And so it's not a shock that, you know, you have grown in your journey, in your spiritual journey as well. It's part of the journey, so just in your journey, you know.
Yeah.
Um, I love how you said Buddhism for now. Um,
Mhm.
it can stay forever, but I love that you said for now. The reason why I love that is because that reminds me of just how you were just existing. You were still like on this journey, and who says you have to stay one way forever?
Yes.
Who
I'm really big on that. I
who says
think
that? Aren't we supposed to grow and change and
yes.
get different? Aren't we supposed to experience multiple things? Yeah.
Yes, we are, and I think this was a big problem I was having behind the scenes with even writing the book, Young Wisdom, because I think once I finished the book, I realized that I'm gonna keep changing. So
Mhm.
I think that what the book has become for me now is it's supposed to help who is supposed to help
Mhm.
in the season that they're in, because this version of myself that wrote this book is no longer this here. I'm a
Right.
whole different type of person.
Mhm.
So if I wrote a Young Wisdom Part Two or another book, it would be completely different than this book. But I
Mhm.
realized that I think I was is a lot of imposter syndrome associated with that because of like wanting to maintain consistency
Mhm.
what you
Mhm.
believe and what you think and what you tell people. But I think what I realized is that it's kind of like art. It's like every album or art, it's going to be different. It's going
Mhm.
to be a different version of you. And people are going to take what they take from each version of you.
Right.
So it's not about trying to stay the same forever, which I
Mhm.
kind of was for a while.
Mhm.
Um, and then even within Buddhism, I can't attach to Buddhism forever because that's kind of the whole point of Buddhism is
Mhm.
not really to attach and cling so hard to these things and
Mhm.
just be more open minded with life because I don't know everything. We all don't know everything. We're constantly
Right.
learning.
Right.
I think to be a smart person or to be wise in life is to be a student.
Yeah.
Um,
A
It's
student of
not
life. Mm-hmm.
it's not to just speak from the mountaintop down to people,
Mm,
and to segue into what I wanted to talk about today, I
mm-hmm.
wanted to segue into, that process too of building confidence within
Yeah.
yourself. 'Cause you have success and achievement like writing a book
Yeah.
or having a successful podcast. And I think you become attached to that. And
Mm-hmm.
also you want to maintain confidence so you could keep giving it out to people the same way,
Mm-hmm.
stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that. So a long time ago, I did make a video and I outlined the two different paths to confidence.
Yeah.
And I really wanted to go over that today because there are two different paths in different ways to achieve confidence. We are taught one way that I will go over, but it's another way as well. So I'm
Mm,
interested to hear your thoughts on this, confidence and where you resonate.
yes. And where I resonate with that. Exactly. Well, first I want to say, I love, before we get to the next topic, I love that you use the word centered.
Mm-hmm.
I've not heard that in a long time. That's stuck with me.
Mm-hmm.
Centered. You
Center.
know, that hits me more than the word grounded. That just does more for me, the word centered.
Yes.
I've always struggled with grounding. It never really worked that well for me as it did others, but that's okay. Some techniques work better for others, and etc.
Mm-hmm.
But centered. Oh, oh, I feel even more lighter.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then different versions of yourself,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like different
Different versions.
versions of yourself. Like who I was at 2 years old is not who I am in 28 years old. Who I was at 12 years old is not who I am in 28 years old. Who I was last year is not who I am today. Literally different versions.
Yes.
And that's part of our like personal evolution, our personal journey, and that it's okay to have a different version. You know, it reminds me of something that I wrote in one of my poems. I can't remember exactly what I wrote in my poem, and I could pull it up, but I feel like I'm going to take forever to try to find it. But it's that, and this goes hand in hand with evolution and where I'm at today, right? Um, because before this call, Tabari was like, "You seem lighter, you seem happier," and Tabari is extremely right. That's exactly the case. Because Tabari's been been a guest on this show and a guest host on
Yes.
this show. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
since season two, right? Since the beginning,
Yes.
since the
Mm-hmm.
beginning. Season one and season two were recording at the same time. So
Yep.
that so Tabari has been a highly requested guest. Um highly requested guest. Okay, anyways, sorry, I'm getting off topic. But the point of the matter is Tabari's seen we've seen each other's growth throughout every time we met up to record, right? And so anyway, something a part of the journey to where I'm at now at 28 is um what if things that fell down were really just freeing me?
Mm.
Hmm.
Okay.
What if
Tell me that.
things if I can let me try to find the exact thing that I wrote. Give me about 5-10 seconds, folks, and let me stall while I find it. Um but first let me find the poem. Oh, okay. There it is. I wish I could control. Oh, what if not everything that falls apart is failure? What if it's freedom?
Mm.
I am so free in my
Mm-hmm.
life right now. I'm so free. Um, things fell apart in terms of like relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Really, it was so freeing. And I'm glad I let it fall because it turns out they were like trying to sabotage me behind my back.
Oh
So I was
wow.
like, wow, didn't do nothing wrong to you. Didn't do a damn thing wrong. All I did was uplift and encourage you, but not everyone can appreciate that. And that's just what they're in their journey right now. I used to be that person in like what, high school or something, middle school. No,
Mm-hmm.
it was middle school. But the fact is I can remember. So I do have that understanding. And I'm honestly, I'm just so free. I'm so free. Like I literally love spending time with myself. Like I just love my own energy. when I don't know, I'm just experiencing, I'm just existing, and I'm very, very, very free. And so this is definitely a different version of me than what was a year or two ago. And for this version of me, I think one of the main catalysts, I don't say it's the only catalyst, but one of the main catalysts was that things fell. Well, I thought things fell apart, but it wasn't failure, it was freedom. It didn't feel like it at first, but the results, I am free.
That's amazing. That's
Yes.
amazing. It's and it actually ties back to some Buddhist philosophy of just clinging. You know, a lot of times we are holding on to something that is fragile, and when you cling and hold on to it, sometimes it does still slip through your hands and fall. And once you fall, you realize I didn't have to, tire my arms out from trying to hold on to this thing forever that I was not meant to hold on to. I
Right.
was meant to cherish it, enjoy it for what it could be enjoyed for, and then let the rest of that go.
Yes.
That's really how,
Mhm.
and I think that wisdom is like how you move through your life. Like it's just you can learn how to put situations in the palm of your hands, but not hold on to them too tightly.
Right.
To enjoy relationships, to enjoy family, to enjoy
Mhm.
experiences,
Yes.
not cling to feelings and thoughts and narratives and outcomes in the
Yeah.
past, future. That type of clinging is going to lead to suffering. And then
Right.
yeah, once you're able to just let things go more, you're going to immediately feel that sense
Mm.
of like freedom.
Yes. And you want to know another thing that I learned
Mhm.
is that I remember this. I remember when you had came on in the previous episode and said that before you graduated you had lost so many friends.
Yes.
Yes.
Mhm.
You know, and so something that what you just said reminded me of is something that I learned with with this new version of me is that people are meant to be, but not everyone is meant to be forever.
Absolutely.
It's like, and folks, that basically that means like in terms of like your life, relationships, like like I mean, it can be applied to multiple things, the principle of it, but for me, that's what I learned is like, and it helped me just to appreciate the people in hindsight, even though, I appreciate the times where I genuinely laughed,
Mhm.
genuinely smiled.
Mhm.
Though they might have been thinking something else behind their smile, I was genuinely smiling. And that's to me, that's it's a smile, right? Like, so appreciate um that small aspect, which, well, to me it's huge, that that person helped me experience was just that smile. So that helped me appreciate it and not like be so like have like such overwhelming negative thoughts about them, right? It was
Mhm.
I began to slowly appreciate the good times that I had.
Right.
It's that, that doesn't mean don't validate the hurt and the grief. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like this helped me see more of the picture, right? It helped me to experience the good times as well, while helping me let go. Um, so yeah, I'll say it one more time, folks. Some people, there are people in our life that they are meant to be, but not everyone is meant to be forever,
No, they're not.
right?
And
They will
it's
leave with
also,
versions of you.
I think it has to be addressed. It has to be addressed of why you are holding on to them. A lot of
Mm,
so a lot of people I think would benefit from, the pros and cons of the situation of like what are you benefiting from keeping them here? And
mm,
then a lot of those times I've realized personally is that I'm keeping them for some type of feeling or experience that I could necessarily have with someone else as well. So if you're
mm,
keeping them for some sense of fun or pleasure or just someone to talk to or someone to make you feel beautiful or whatever, there are many people on the planet and many
mm,
experiences. And even with yourself, you can still experience those things.
yeah,
So I think in a way it's a like I said, enjoying the person for what they bring, but understand that they are not the finish line and they're not the culmination of this experience. Like,
Mhm.
it's like enjoying one roller coaster or one amusement park, but
Right.
understanding there are many others in the world. There are many others to experience that type of fun and pleasure because deep down, I think the human experience is the way we want to feel and the way
Mhm.
we want to think. And I think in order to feel certain feelings and to think certain things, this can be the catalyst for that can be many different people,
Mhm.
many different things. A building can make you feel loved, a tree can make you feel loved,
Yes.
your mother, your cat, your dog. It
Mhm.
doesn't have to be your wife or husband or boyfriend or girlfriend or whoever else or partner in general. It anybody, anything can make you feel these things. So I think it's really to address is, are you trying to feel peace?
Mm.
Trying to feel freedom? Are you trying to feel pleasure in life? And realize that this person, this thing is not the complete source of that. There are other options and other ways to achieve the same feelings.
Mm. Oh, that was beautiful. That
Hmm.
was beautiful. Yeah. Um, where were you in high school? Where was that in high school? I needed to hear that in high school.
I needed
Shit.
to hear it in high school. I didn't have that in high school. I needed
Shoot.
to hear that.
Dang. Oh, thank you for sharing that. And I say high school, but folks, it could be right now. It could be next year. It could be last year. So folks, I'm not saying you can't feel this at at where you currently are. No, no, no. I'm just saying like that for me that area showed up a lot more in high school to where I needed to hear that. But it could be showing up in someone's life right now. It could be showing up, last year, 2 years ago. So,
Mhm.
just want to validate that, folks. But thank you so much, Tabari. Yes. Okay. So you said something about confidence. You said there's two ways that you want to talk about to reach
Yes.
confidence. Yeah.
Yes. So if you are in a relationship that you want to end, or you are just in general just trying to understand how to achieve confidence, there are multiple ways. The first way I want to present first the way that we commonly understand confidence, especially through music.
Mm,
The first way is to dive deeper into ego. That's the first way, where you kind of put on, I'm the best writer, I'm the best at this, or I'm an amazing person, or I'm tall, or I'm short, or I have curves. You kind of attach to some part of your identity or
mm,
being or the work that you do,
mm,
and that become the source or catalyst for confidence. We learn this a lot when we sing like rap lyrics, talking about money or talking about the people that you're with or whatever. This is one form people move throughout life, is with this sense of confidence, or they're able to step into an alter ego. We've heard this with Beyonce and Sasha Fierce. We've heard this with Lady Gaga. We've heard this with many celebrities that have put on a certain character and embodied these dramatic traits. And all of that is sinking deeper into ego, because you are flaunting this part of yourself that's kind of like a shield or armor for other people.
mm,
And I think this is one way. The second way I kind of want to explore is being more egoless. So there was this poem, and I believe it's
mm.
by Emily Dickinson, I think, or that
Oh, I know her.
it might be Emily Dickinson, or I might be that may not be who it is, but
Oh,
there
okay.
it may not even be her. But it's called "I'm Nobody, Who Are You," or something like that. And basically, this poem is a very short poem, and it talks about the fact that being a nobody is something that's desirable. No one to know you, no one to know who you are, no one
Mm,
to focus on you. And this is what a lot of celebrities, want sometimes. They want to
right.
go out in public and be not known for this thing
Mhm,
that they've been flaunting to be known for, right? The reason why this leads to confidence is because if you can walk into a room and you're not centered on, I'm the main focus of this room, no one's paying attention to me, no one's worried about me. When you
mhm,
walk in a room and think that way, that is a sense of confidence, because you can be free.
mhm.
You
Right.
can be free. That I can walk into this room and that no one's focused on me.
Mhm,
I'm no one special. I'm just a regular human on the planet, just like everybody else.
mhm,
That doesn't have to be demeaning. It doesn't have to be that I'm less than. It actually can be a beautiful thing that I know who I am, but I don't need everybody else to know who I am or know how great I
Mhm.
am.
Right.
I can walk into this room and be traitless or
Right.
to be invisible,
Just be.
to just be. Yeah.
Hmm.
Because at the end of the day, underneath all of these achievements, underneath all of these accomplishments, beauty, curves, and being tall and short and all different types,
Hmm.
it's just a human. This is one path that we don't see celebrities necessarily tap into
Hmm.
because with the nature of their work, they tap more into that ego part
Hmm.
that they have to exacerbate a trait or a
Hmm.
talent or beauty. Um, for anybody else, you don't have to be anybody special. You don't have to be director of this,
Right.
CEO of this, multimillionaire model. You can just be who you are.
Hmm.
It's not in a sense of it's not in a sense of like, oh, I could be something greater, but I'm allow myself to just be who I am. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is no matter what stage you are in, and whether you grow or not, which you will most likely eventually grow, that it's okay to not be the main character. It's okay not to be
Right.
that. I think through Buddhism I've learned to detach more from this identity and sense of I'm
Hmm.
amazing because of this, having to justify to other people why I'm amazing.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of things, and you know this too with sociology, a lot of understanding about life is through a sense of like it's a reference to other people.
Hmm.
I'm amazing because these people think I am.
Right.
Or we talk this way because we all agree to talk this way, or
Right.
we
We all put money as something important because we all agree that
yes,
it's important.
yes,
When really
exactly,
it's a paper existing.
yes,
Hmm.
which you could equate the paper existing
Hmm.
to just the human existing.
Hmm.
And we put value over things. Humans, we put power over things. We give stuff power. We give religion, we give politicians, we give celebrities, we give world leaders, we give people power. And I think in order to take your own power back and develop that sense of confidence is to actually detach from needing that reference from other people and needing to be seen and be that main character from other people, especially people that you don't know. You
Hmm.
know, I think it's in a sense of obviously we want to be seen by people we are close to, friends and family and stuff like that. But even to a certain degree, you don't want to be too attached to that as well because you don't need your closest friends and family defining you
Hmm.
either. They can have their suggestions and comments, but it's no one should be defining you.
Hmm.
Being in a sense a nobody, being traitless can
Right.
actually be a very desirable thing.
Hmm.
So I just wanted to know what your thoughts are about that.
I completely agree. I've been on, I would say this, like for me, that has been an internal journey. The more I, you know, detach, the more visible I have became. And I think that's just a part of my soul contract. However, it is so freeing. It
Mhm,
feels so freeing to just be because honestly, the systems over the years have put labels on, oh, this, if you're this, you're better. It's
mhm,
always some in some way to divide us, whether it's n- um, negative or just an othering way, right? Just to
mhm,
other someone. Well, you're not a millionaire, like things like that. You know, when at the end of the day, we're human, and imagine a world where we just could all just exist. There was no one higher than the other.
mhm,
We would just exist. You know how freeing that would be? How many personalities would become just more, like how many relationships and connections that could occur because someone is just existing. I'm not gonna not talk to you because you're not a millionaire, right? Like guess what? That doesn't matter. I'm gonna talk to you. I just feel like there's so much humanity that can be experienced by
mhm.
all of us once these systems collapse and we can just exist and we can just be.
Yeah,
Um,
I like the word you use, humanity. human, to be human. I was talking with
New
a friend.
experience.
I was talking with a friend the other day about this too because he was interested and we've talked about years for like, making our social media content. And yes, are you okay?
Shit, this is deja vu. I seen this before, and you said that, and you were wearing that shirt, and your hair was cut. Oh shit, this is a long deja vu moment. I've seen this before. That means I'm on the right path.
Oh, that's good.
Okay. Oh shit, that really just happened. That was a long deja vu moment. Oh my
Mm,
gosh.
okay.
Okay, continue. This is a good thing. I just
Okay, I wasn't sure because I was like, what's happening? Something's happening. Something's happening.
It's a great thing. Oh, thank you though. Thank you for your concern though. But now Sunday something was happening. Y'all had a random panic attack out of nowhere. What? I have not had a panic attack in years. I mean, it was bad too, and I didn't even know what the trigger was. I didn't know. Like it was horrible. I was all over the place. I wasn't suicidal or nothing. Like it just felt like a very, 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 very intense, strong fever and flu,
Mm-hmm.
and it just was awful. And it was just for a good what
Mm-hmm.
hour and a half, and then I'm recovering from it. I'm doing a lot better today. But yeah, anyway, continue.
So one of my friends and I were talking about social media content, and he was talking about his desire to just be successful, have millions of views on a video, to be some type of influencer, have some type of impact. And I think this idea he talked about of becoming and
Mhm,
having to become something was something that he's letting go of. And
mhm,
I thought it was interesting, and I was telling him that I think this idea of becoming something important is something like you talked about, was it's a system that was created to make us feel like we have to become something.
right.
It's these hierarchies that humans are obsessed with,
Mhm,
hierarchies that are built off weight, hierarchies that are built off race,
mhm,
hierarchies that are built off wealth.
mhm,
All of these hierarchies are in a sense of you need to become something else, you
right.
need to become something greater, you
Mhm,
need to evolve into something better. And the funny thing about this becoming is that it's profiting other people. It's
right.
sold to you like it's profiting you,
Mhm,
but this is all profiting someone else.
right.
Someone profits off you wanting to become something.
Mhm,
Rather you get some form of a cosmetic surgery, whether
right.
find a way to obtain money legally or illegally, find a
Mhm,
way to obtain money. This status, this becoming,
yes.
we are constantly influenced to go down that path. And he was just talking about how he wants to live life more like an artist. So when he
Yes.
makes a video, he can put it out as art. He can put it out because
Right.
he wanted to put it out, not because
Yes.
I'm obsessed with an outcome of becoming something that
Mm,
people are going to give me a status symbol, and instead approach life like art, which is very
mm,
funny because it's like if you look at animals or look at nature, they are naturally evolving, but they're not artificially becoming something else.
right.
They're
They
not
are
it's all natural.
being. They are just existing.
They're just existing, and
Mhm,
their evolution and change is perceivably natural.
mhm,
It's not forced. It seems like with humans, since we have this sense of greater level of awareness of things,
mhm,
we are always trying to become something
mhm,
else
right.
instead of just naturally evolving into that thing. I
Mhm,
think that if you can live every day within peace as much as you can, I think if you can live every day, I think if you can live every day with a sense of how do I say this? Doing what you want to do, really.
right.
Really
Right.
no way to say that. Doing what you want to do, living in
Mhm.
peace every single day. I think this evolution, this becoming that you want will naturally happen. I
You
think
know what? I think a great title for this should be Becoming to Being.
becoming to being. No, I get that. Yes.
Mm. Continue, sorry.
Yes, because we just don't allow ourselves to be. And
Mhm,
we are and it's a serious issue because we are saving up money to buy something, to become something. We're trying to meet a certain celebrity or influencer or
Mhm.
marry rich to become something, to do these things. But
Mhm.
these feelings that you want in this way
Mhm.
you want to see yourself is accessible now. Peace and freedom and
Mhm.
joy and fulfillment and purpose. This is
Mhm.
available to you now.
Yes.
This is not something that's on the other side of being this other person.
Mhm.
It's something that you can access now, which it goes back to the confidence thing. Confidence is accessible now with a certain mindset shift, with this sense of, oh, it's not, you don't have to think in your mind, I got to become this confident person.
Mhm.
Through doing what you want to do, through living in your truth, through doing these things today, confidence arises naturally. I
Yes.
think a lot of things I learned in Buddhism are conditions.
Mhm.
If you can set up the soil a certain way with the right conditions, the
Mhm.
flower will grow.
Right.
This is like this with a lot of feelings we want to experience. We want to feel confident or we want to feel happy. You can't artificially make happiness. You can artificially become a happy person or artificially become a confident person. These are conditions that you set up in your day to day
Yes.
by whatever works for you, making your bed or writing one more sentence in the book that you want to write,
Mhm.
or just telling yourself in the mirror that you look beautiful. These are
Yes.
conditions that you're setting up for that flower to grow, for
Yes.
confidence to be there, for happiness to be there. Being honest with yourself, addressing your shadow, you're setting up conditions for it to naturally be there.
Mhm.
So I really want us all to move out of artificialness.
Mhm.
I want us to move out of trying to become another person
Mhm.
instead of doing different things within your day that's accessible today, doing different things today, and naturally allowing yourself to be that greater person.
Mhm.
You know? I think also we are not very good at, I think, knowing what the better version of us would actually be.
Mhm.
I know that it's very uncommon take. I know people don't usually say that, but I say that because this image that you think is a better person is usually tied to like capitalism
Of
or usually
course.
tied to some beauty standard that the world is set up. So
Mhm.
you're thinking this better person or image of yourself is intrinsic. Like I came up with this, like the origin of it is within me. When really the
Mhm.
origin of it came from the system. It came from
Mhm.
society. So this better version of yourself, allow that person to just meet you instead
Right.
of trying to create that person all the time. I
Mhm.
think um you can allow yourself to align with a purpose, not artificially create a purpose, I
Mhm.
think. So that's been a lot of the ways where I've obtained more peace in my life, where I'm not stressing myself out to strive to be something
Yeah.
instead of just allowing myself to exist.
That was perfect. That was ended at a perfect time too. Okay, that was beautiful. So I think I got a title. I got multiple titles that I'm going to put, but becoming versus being, or should I say becoming to being? What you think?
I like both. I like
Okay,
either.
I'll do becoming to being, and then I'll do how to gain confidence. Yes. Okay, we got it. Wow. Well, Tabari, thank you so much. Folks, I know we're ending at 36 minutes, but we had to deliberate, you know,
Mhm.
first. We had to deliberate. I was like, Tabari, what is your feel take some time to feel the heart and your spirit. What are you wanting to talk about? Yes. Okay. Well, thank you, Tabari, for coming back on the show, Tabari. I will be asking Tabari to come back on the All-Star season. Um, so let's hope that that happens. Let's hope Tabari is able to. If not, that's okay. Tabari will still be a part of this show. And we love Tabari over here. And folks, if no one has told you today that you are worthy of existing and that you are worthy of being, allow me to be the first. Allow yourself to be the second.
Mm, I like
You,
that.
yeah, you are worthy of being. You are worthy of existence. You are enough as you are. Stay tuned next time for whatever that episode will be. Bye, folks.